bantamweight division. Ernesto Suarez versus Victor Flor. Our tale of the tape is presented by Fucked Up Energy Drink.
Okay, 5'7" to 5'8", only a 2-inch reach advantage for Flor. Not that much. Very similar from the tail of the tape, Sean.
And our referee in charge of the action, Michael De Jesus.
Victor Flor told us I cannot be stationary and engage in exchanges with Ernesto Suarez. I have to utilize excellent footwork, flow off of my jab. Round number 1. White and blue trunks for the Brazilian-born Florida-based Victor Flor. Black and red trunks for the Cuban-born Florida-based Ernesto Suarez.
And I like the way Flor came out, doing a hard right immediately. Give him pump respect.
Another left hook from Suarez. Flor off balance, resetting. With his back against the ropes. Losing pressure from Suarez. Right hand, right back from Flor. Big left hand.
These guys are throwing some heat. Definitely want the first round knockout.
In the center circle, you see the movement of Ernesto Suarez. Now you see the forward pressure of Victor Flor. Flor lowering his stance on the roll through deep crouch. And fighting. And down goes Victor Flor.
Landed the hard shot first. You see the blood already pouring into the eyes of Flor before. He's coming to fight, Sean.
Up at 8 is Victor Flor. The right hook. Again, Suarez naturally right-handed, but putting his power in his lead hand from that southpaw stance. We're seeing the power right now from Suarez, but Flor also throwing heavy. 50 seconds remaining, round number 1. And that is knockdown number 2.
And Flor just needs to do what he has to get out of this round.
Up at 8, right back to it, overhand right, and knockdown number 3 recorded by Ernesto Suarez here in the opening round.
Flor, blood is flowing, but he seems like he's okay. Geez, he wants to get right back and throw punches.
No assessment for referee Michael De Jesus. We fight on, and this is a big round number 1 from Ernesto Suarez, but Flor 3 times off the canvas, still throwing big. Right hand, fighters to the canvas. Double leg takedown from Flor.
Want to continue?
And that is ruled as a knockdown by Michael De Jesus, and this fight is over. 3 knockdowns and look to be a double split, ruled as the 4th knockdown, and that is the victory for Ernesto Suarez.
And you can see Flor protesting, but something about the way he bowed down, the referee said, no, Mas, this one's over. He took a lot of damage, but was still a game opponent.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Michael De Jesus, steps in calling a stop to this fight at 1 minute 56 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Ernesto Las Manos Benditas Suarez.
Division we go. Our tale of the tape is presented by Forged Irish Stout for Chino Blume versus Alex Davis.
Okay, Sean, these two, both 6'2", 74-inch reach. Only main difference is Alex Davis about 16 pounds heavier. If he can get inside and lean on his opponent, maybe that can be a difference. We'll see.
And our referee in charge of the action, Michael De Jesus.
Alex Davis said, I will throw double jabs coming forward. Footwork and hand speed are my 2 keys to victory. Knuckle up emphatically from referee Michael De Jesus. Round number 1, orange trunks for Chino Blume. White and black trunks for Alex Davis. Jab to the body from Chino Blume.
Chino talked about throwing a lot of jabs. So far, correct in that assessment what he's going to do.
Finder jab from Davis. Leaping in jab from Chino Blume. We'll pull back defensively from Davis. Davis staying long. Blume forward on the double jab. Just to the mid-range, back to the outside. Jab to the body again from Chino Blume. That was clever. See the diversionary hand movements defensively of Alex Davis, looking to catch and return. Jab then hook. 1-3 from Chino Blume. Make it 2.
I like to make it 2 because his opponent has to see these jabs coming. Not ready for that 2.
Here's the chant of Chino from this very pro Chino Blume crowd as he is fighting here in his home state of Florida. Jab not getting through. Carried by Davis. Should start from Alex Davis. Jab into the body from Blume. Punch starting to open up. Right hand just off the mark.
You can just see how much more relaxed Chino's getting. as each fight continues, as each fight, more ring time he gets, he just gets better and better.
Jab in again, swing and a miss. 40 seconds remaining, round number 1. So slightly, Alex Davis starting to turn up the temperature here in the opening round. Davis now to the mid-range.
Once again, Alex Davis, I think one of the best things about him is how calm and relaxed he stays the entire fight.
Davis, you see on the feint, not even a foot feint, really a hip feint. Clever on the pivot. There's the left hook, not fully getting through now. Davis exploding forward. Davis into the clinch on the right hand, left hand. Big 10 seconds. Final seconds, round number 1.
Hope y'all listen for that bell.
The fighters back to the center circle. Stiff jab from Davis just before the bell did it. Round number 1. Blume did not want to sit on the stool, so Perez, cutman and BKFC fighter extraordinaire, making full use of the stool. Round number 2, we're scheduled for 3 in the heavyweight division. Blume versus Alex Davis. Fourth BKFC bout for both fighters.
The advice was jab to the body, overhand right upstairs for Blume.
Jab from Davis after the straight jab from Blume. Catch again, a catch once more from Davis. There's the overhand right to make it 2 from Blume. Turning over the rear right hand, does it again, counter right hand on the pull 2 from Davis. There's very subtle momentum swings in this heavyweight bout thus far. Jab to the sternum from Blume.
And Blume also going to the body, like he said, he was throwing a lot of jabs to the body, but also that straight right hand.
See the catches of Davis. The fighters in ortho. Stiff jab again to the head from Davis. He landed that flush, closing seconds of round 1, lands it here in round 2. Overhand right. Davis again to the inside. 55 seconds remaining, round 2. Down pressure now from Davis. Overhand right again from Blume. Blume starting to sit on that overhand right. Left hook from Davis. The jab from Blume. Now Davis forward into the pocket. Davis turning up the temperature to the inside on the right hand.
That's what Blume needs to do in that situation. Grab his opponent, reset.
Good quick restart from Michael De Jesus, the referee. 5 seconds remaining, round 2.
Let go,
From Alex Davis.
These guys, neither one is really trying to fight out of that clinch, just hold and wait, reset. Ooh, good right hand.
Pull 2 from Blume, threw it naked without the jab.
10 seconds.
This is the 10-second clock. Final seconds, round number 2.
Let go, Blume.
Into the clinch. We move to the 3rd final round. Both fighters up to scratch, 3 feet apart. The 3rd and final round underway. And immediately back to the jab. Dacian's rear right uppercut, almost a rear polo punch with the right hand thrown by Blume.
And I love the aggressiveness. Blume knows he has to put it on in this round.
To the body for Blume. Davis has walked through some big body shots. Blume has walked through some big jabs to the head. To the body, you see now Alex Davis cut outside of his right eye. Left hook on the entry, just off the mark from Blume. Good defensive pullback from Davis. Davis now from the center circle. 80 seconds remaining in this heavyweight bout. Davis on the right hand, left hand back to the inside.
Blume
Activity on the clinch. There's the separation from Michael De Jesus.
Blume doing a good job when they get inside. He doesn't want to be there. He's tying up.
The left hand right uppercut. There's the overhand right now from Davis. Blume resetting. The jab in. The fighters have been very active with their respective jab in this fight. Big exhale from Blume. Davis coming forward again. Good short check left hook.
And the corner
circling out.
The corner of Blume really wanted him to land that right hand. I feel like if that could be the key, if he lands it, he can win the fight with just that one punch.
Just saw that stiff Davis jab to the head again. That has perhaps been his most effective punch in this fight. Overhand right by Blume. That has been effective for Blume throughout this fight.
And Alex Davis has a great chin. He's taking some hard, massive shots.
On the left hand, blood flowing freely from the cut outside brow. Above Davis's left eye into the clinch. One more separation from De Jesus. Final seconds of this heavyweight bout. There is the bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 3 rounds, our judges at ringside send in a split decision. Lorenzo Toledo, 30-27 in favor of Davis. Mark Streisand, 30-27 in favor of Blume. And Manuel Marquez, 30-27 to the winner by split decision. Chino Blume!
Nicotine Pouches brings you our tale of the tape for this bout in the flyweight division. Chris Garcia versus Chancey Wilson.
And Garcia with a 3-inch height advantage, also a 2-inch reach advantage. That's not much. Going to utilize that against Wilson. It's very tough to figure out because he goes in and out so well.
And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Chris Garcia told us, I know Chancey Wilson will keep exploding forward. I have to land my uppercuts and my left hooks as he does so. Round number 1. Burgundy trunks for Chris Garcia, black trunks for Chancey Wilson. Talked about the speed already on display with Garcia and Wilson. See the hand speed, the foot speed, the upper body movement speed. Jab to the body from Wilson. Good feint from Garcia.
Looks like Garcia being more aggressive than usual. Maybe he feels like in this different weight class he'll be more powerful.
Wilson audaciously using that speed, trying to time the naked to the body from southpaw. Just off the mark from Garcia as you see him in ortho. The jab from Garcia, the jab right back from Wilson, and the hook jab from Garcia. The right hand duck under from Chancey Wilson. Hook jab from Garcia, that landed. 70 seconds remaining, round number 1. We're at 125 pounds. Hook jab again from Chris Garcia. Another jab that turns Chancey Wilson. Wilson doubling his jab right back. Pull back defensively from Garcia.
Wilson usually used to being a faster fighter. Seems like he's having some difficulty dealing with the speed of Garcia.
Wilson ducking under. As we mentioned, when he so impressively came in over the top rope, 5'2". Garcia listed at 5'6". Jab right back from Garcia. There's the fast jab, then the hook jab from Wilson. Wilson staying outside. Forward pressure now from Garcia, nearing the hips of Chancey Wilson. 20 seconds remaining, round number 1. Slight cut under Wilson's right eye. There's the right hand getting through from Garcia, partially so. Hook jab again from Garcia. High tight striking guard for Chancey Wilson. Wilson again to the body with the jab. The bell. Next stop, round 2. Call of knuckle up from Andrew Glenn, round number 2.
He's hurting Wilson. He doesn't take a knee.
To the canvas. There was a right hand getting through as Wilson was grounded, but here comes the count from Andrew Glenn.
Wilson shaking his head. I don't think he wants anymore. He's done.
And Wilson is up, crouching, confused. Andrew Glenn. This fight is over, and win number 6 in BKFC for Chris Garcia.
And you can see Wilson wanted to get up. He tried to get up. He tried to shake it off. He just couldn't do it. Every time he stood up, he's like, they just, when your mind wants to get up, but your body's not letting it happen. You saw the inner fight going on with Chancey in that situation.
Hey, what was that? Hey,
Wilson coming forward aggressively. Just a little punch and landed clean. This didn't take much. Wilson was hurt. He should have taken a knee earlier.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn, steps in, calling a stop to this fight at 19 seconds, round number 2. For your winner by TKO, Chris Dynamite Garcia.
We open our main cards from Sold Out Hard Rock Live with the bout in the bantamweight division. Giancarlos Rivera versus Ace Samples. Our tale of the tape is presented by Buck souped up energy drink.
Ace samples a 1-inch height advantage, or 4-inch height advantage, only a 1-inch reach advantage. But look at that, a 7-centimeter bigger fence. That's a lot more surface area. He needs to get in there and land a big punch, do some damage against Rivera.
These samples told us as John Carlos Rivera loads up for big power punches, I will quickly land in the gaps. Round number 1. White trunks for Ace samples, green trunks for John Carlos Rivera. Overhand right, true to his word. Samples is going to the canvas. Goes John Carlos Rivera.
That's the power. Ace samples knew he had power. Carlos knew he had power. He has to make sure he doesn't get hit. He talked about his head movement. He's got to keep that.
Mandatory 8 count given to Rivera by Andrew Glenn. And a miss from Samples. Rivera off the canvas. Samples, you see wide open on the striking guard. The bladed stance, left hand, right hand for Rivera. Block under Rivera. Coming for a big left hand. Rivera to the inside, left hand on the exit.
He's got to be careful putting that kind of reckless abandon.
Almost an illegal back fist from Samples as he is truly letting his hands go. Well, they could right hand, overhand left from Rivera. He's now letting his hands go as well. 65 seconds remaining, round number 1. Those fighters wide open here in the bantamweight division in this opening round.
It might be a problem. Ace is really trying to do some head hunting. I know he got the first knockdown, but very hard to hit Rivera's head.
And there's that naked right hand, another naked right hand. Samples from orthodox, bypassing the jab, all power punches. Now switching to southpaw, Ace samples, and into the clinch comes John Carlos Rivera.
Break.
Half-tie plum. Separation from the always excellent referee Andrew Glenn. 30 seconds remaining in the opening round. Opening round in which Samples has dropped John Carlos Rivera. Rivera pulling back that right hand. Swing and a miss. More big swings. The right hand getting through now. Rivera coming forward. On the left hand, Samples trying to corner the down with his back against the corner cushion. Rivera relentless to the inside. The duck under right to the body and Wheeler. One knockdown apiece.
I believe that might have been a body shot that did the damage. I saw Rivera landing a good one.
6, 7.
Samples gives a little hurt. What's it?
Up at 8, the stagger from Samples, and the cut from behind win for John Carlos Rivera.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn, steps in, calling a stop to the fight at 1 minute 59 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by TKO and still undefeated, John Carlos Baby Hawk Rivera.
This has all the ingredients to be a really entertaining fight. In the bantamweight division, AJ Rodriguez versus Roberto Armas. The numbers presented by Forged Irish Stout.
And Rodriguez, a significant 6'8" height advantage, 5-inch reach advantage. Has to utilize that. Armas does a good job of going in and out. Rodriguez has to dictate the pace.
Round number 1. Armas taking himself backwards off from scratch. He's in the teal trunks, black trunks for AJ Rodriguez. High-level 135ers. Two outstanding movers, bantamweight. To the inside, there's the guillotine with squeeze. Almost closed guard standing from Roberto Armas in the reset from Sam Burgos. Just pulling back the overhand right to the jab. Duck under from Rodriguez at that left hook. Now to the inside, there's the half-tie pump from AJ Rodriguez. Rodriguez heavy on the turn, but this is exactly, Chris, where Armas told us he wanted to be. On the inside in the clinch and unloading with the right hand to the body.
Trying to wear his opponent down.
Left uppercut getting through from Armas. Rodriguez trying to frame, working the half-tie pump of his own, but from the half-tie pump comes Roberto Armas. Armas heavy in the clinch. There's the side headlock, and now the separation from Burgos. Good refereeing from Sam Burgos, letting that active clinch go.
And with punches being thrown and landed, exactly what he should have done.
To the inside, there's a short right hand and the overhand right on reply from Armas after Rodriguez landed.
I mean, it was a good shot by Rodriguez. However, Armas is ready to trade in the clinch. He wants it.
Rodriguez holding half-tie plum, but doing so defensively. Is backing it throws. Big left hand and another on the entry from Armas. Armas relentless on the inside.
And Rodriguez is trying to fight Armas' fight. He shouldn't be doing that.
There's a lot of sportsmanship coming in, but Armas now pointing and yelling at Rodriguez.
Not sure what happened, but he's very upset. He's got to keep his wits.
To the clinch. You see the overhook now from AJ Rodriguez, and that gets the separation from Burgos. High octane round number 1.
Let's see. I mean, this is not the pace Rodriguez wants to fight.
And left from Armas. The jab, the entry. Armas relentless, coming forward again. Final seconds of round number 1. More left hands. Right uppercut to the body from Rodriguez. Right uppercut to the body from Armas at the belt. We move to round 2. Round number 2.
Rodriguez better turn the pace and he's going to be in big trouble.
Armas took himself backwards off from scratch to start round number 1. Comes forward off from scratch to start round number 2. For the entry. Rodriguez on the outside. That's actually Rodriguez entry. Push off, regaining space. There's a hard right hand left from AJ Rodriguez.
However, he falls right back into Armas's game. He's staying in the clinch, trying to trade with him. He wants to be outside landing these powerful shots.
Rodriguez trying to work from half-tie, plugging out the half-tie plug. The single collar tie from Roberto Armas on the left hand. Chest to chest. Separation from Sam Burgos. Stiff jab from Rodriguez. Stiff jab on the entry from Armas, and that was effective. Now chest to chest comes Roberto Armas. Hard to the body goes Roberto Armas. 1:10 remaining round 2.
Exactly what Armas wants to keep doing, pushing your opponent into the ropes, throwing some shots, landing some shots. But Armas can take a punch. He needs to have that ability in this fight.
You see the hand fighting, the wrist trap from Armas, driving pressure from Roberto Armas. Rodriguez with his right hip now against the corner cushion. This is not where he wants to be, and this is exactly in the heavy clinch on the underhook turn is where Roberto Armas wants to be.
Armas just threw his opponent into the ring. And if this can slow.
There's a big right uppercut, gets through from Rodriguez, and undaunted Armas back chest to chest into the clinch.
If Rodriguez cannot continue to stop this clinch, he's going to wear out.
Pin jab from Rodriguez. 25 seconds remaining in round 2. You see big wide swings from Armas, but Chris, even when he misses, Armas is doing this, entering the clinch off of those big swings.
Absolutely, and he's pushing his opponent around, wearing his opponent's arms down, slowing him down. This is what he does. He has great cardio. He wears you down, and then he takes over. And Sean, I didn't think he's winning these first few rounds. He's fighting when he wants to.
Next up, round 3.
4 miles and 25 minutes, something crazy. I don't know, this guy's in phenomenal shape. Just listen, we can push the pace the entire fight.
Round 3. Uppercut from Rodriguez, not there, the creativity was. The jab from Armas now tripling his jab. Now that's the entry from AJ Rodriguez, and the hard turn right back from Armas.
Why is Rodriguez closing the distance for his opponent? I don't understand it.
Rodriguez talked to us about being elusive, but virtually impossible to be elusive when you're stuck continually in a clinch initiated by your opponent.
No, some of those will be initiated by Rodriguez, it looks like. He gets inside, just like you saw right there. He got inside of his grabbing point. He has to get on the bike and move the entire time.
Half-tie plump, held by Rodriguez. Short right hands, landed by Roberto Armas.
Armas is landing. You have to let that go. Good job by the referee. This is exactly what he needs to be doing, and he's landing. He's landing the body. He's landing upstairs. He's beating his opponent up. He's breaking him down.
Cyrus is ringside.
Well, I just got done talking to Armas' camp, and he's doing exactly what his coaches told him to do. Get him in the clinch. He feels like there's no way that his opponent can win if Armas is in the clinch, and he's doing it.
100%, exactly what we were talking about. Staying right into where he wants to be, throwing up punches, not letting him break it up. And even when they do, he gets right back into business, and that's great condition he has, and that is his number 1 attribute, but he uses it so well. Look, he's slowing his opponent down, and his opponent just now, he's willingly getting involved in Armas' game. I'm going to grab him. That's not what you want to do. You need to stay long, but he's already slowed down. And look now, Armas starting to land.
Armas resetting, again looking for the entry off of the jab. This right here is the range that AJ Rodriguez. It's exactly what he wants to do. Doubling up the left hand. You just saw the 1-3, but then on cue, Armas back chest to chest. The 10-second clock, very late here in round number 3. AJ Rodriguez versus Roberto Armas. Right uppercut, downward 2. They throw punches after the bell. Next stop, round 4. Here's Cyrus Fees.
Ladies and gentlemen, The blue corner requests a stop to this fight at the conclusion of round number 3. For your winner by TKO, Roberto El Gallo Negro Armas.
A rematch now set for the cruiserweight division. Jeremy Smith versus Donald Sanchez. Our tale of the tape is presented by Out Nicotine Pouches.
Okay, you can see here Donald Sanchez 2 inches taller than Smith. However, Smith a 2-inch reach advantage in this fight.
And our referee in charge of the action, Sam Burgos.
Donald Sanchez told us, I know that Jeremy Smith will continually try to exit and enter the clinch effectively. That is his game. Sanchez said, I cannot get stuck in the clinch. I have to frame out. Round number 1. Black trunks for the South African Jeremy Smith. The gold trunks for the fighter from New Mexico, Donald Sanchez.
Sanchez has to do exactly what he talked about. He didn't do the first time. A lot of movement, speed, in and out. Don't sit there and trade.
Jab from Sanchez, the right hand. 2-1 entry from Jeremy Smith. Stiff jab from Donald Sanchez right back. Neither fighter become reckless. Again, both fighters professing huge respect for the respective opponents. Jab from Jeremy Smith.
If Sanchez can throw his punches and get right back out and not worry about the heavy shots from Smith, he's going to have a great night.
There's the right hand again. Smith his head for the entry. Overhand right, short left hand on the counter from Sanchez. That was effective. Jab right back from Sanchez. 105 remaining round number 1. We are in the cruiserweight division. Overhand left from Smith. Big right hand, you see the big wide entry punches from Jeremy Smith. Almost MMA-like, Chris. The overhand looking for the entry.
And it looks like it'd be easy to defend, but when they're coming and they're powerful, it's very difficult to deal with sometimes.
It's like the overhand right there, but definitely blocked with the left forearm by Donald Sanchez.
Sanchez has very good eyes. He sees punches coming. He knows where he needs to go to avoid those shots.
The right hand, big swing and a miss from Smith. Sanchez staying patient, circling on the outside. Slight stalking pressure from Jeremy Smith. Left hand again to the body. And right back from Donald Sanchez on the reset center circle. 20 seconds remaining round 1. Sanchez staying fluid with his footwork. Overhand right again, just off the mark from Jeremy Smith. He used to throw big. Right here in round number 1, clever step in right hand from Sanchez. Both fighters having their subtle moments in the opening round. The bell next stop, round 2. Sporting touch of hands, both fighters up to scratch. Knuckle up from Sam Burgos, round 2. From Sanchez, circling out. Sanchez very fluid on the outside in round 1. Smith. Start forward pressure for much of round 1. There's the forward pressure on the right hand. Just staying elusive, resetting center circle. The jab from the mid-range. High and tight for Jeremy Smith.
Sanchez looks like he's trying to just win this fight on a jab alone so far. He's not throwing too much power thus far.
Not getting through. That left us to the body. Counter right hand from Sanchez. Left hand from the South African Jeremy Smith. Pull back from Sanchez. The left hand again. Overhand right. Chris Smith really starting to load up that overhand right. Dipping his head intentionally. There's the jab right back from Sanchez.
Like I said, man, what Smith is doing well, he's not just throwing one big overhand, he's throwing multiple.
Overhand right nearly caught into the underhook. 60 seconds remaining round 2. And looking for the entry.
Once again,
left hand from Sanchez.
Sanchez just continuing trying to land jabs, catch his opponent coming in. Really not throwing anything hard yet. Maybe that's a strategy. Wait till later on and start throwing the powerful shots once his opponent slowed down a little bit.
Both fighters feeling that their cardio, a big attribute. Acknowledging as such in their opponents as well. 5 seconds remaining in round 2. The jab from Donald Sanchez. Just back to the outside.
Smith does a good job of keeping the hands up high and tight, making it difficult to land those clean shots.
Final seconds, round number 2. Smith to the mid-range, into the clinch. That left hand getting through from Jeremy Smith swinging a miss with the right hand. The bell, next stop, round 3. But first, the stop to Cyrus Fees. One of our favorite people, all of KFC, Mike Richmond. Round number 3. Smith versus Donald Sanchez. Pound for pound, outstanding fighters in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. And Chris, 2 very easy opening rounds.
Let's see if Donald Sanchez decided to step it up a little bit. Trying to land with some power instead of just landing jabs. Keeping him at bay.
Smith, by design, dipping his head to do that throw overhand. Both fighters staying in ortho. Sanchez, much straighter, much more upright. Smith dipping his head, overhand, throwing wider punches, continually looking through the entry.
And it's just constant pressure from Jeremy Smith, pushing Donald Sanchez back. In a close round, a lot of times, it's that pressure that wins the judge's eyes.
There's a stiff jab from Sanchez. Exceedingly well now, resetting in the center circle. So the tick-tock head movement from Jeremy Smith. Left hand, right hand, getting through. And from Sanchez, then the left hook right back from Jeremy Smith. Tighter guard now from the South African Jeremy Smith. Overhand left, slight swelling under Smith's left eye.
Just that constant jab thrown by Sanchez is really controlling his opponent there. But man, when Jeremy Smith comes forward, those are power shots is difficult.
Right to the body, right to the head from Smith. That was slick. Back to the slick jab for Donald Sanchez.
And if you're Smith, this is exactly what you need to do. Is come and throwing multiple shots the entire time.
Left hook again. Smith continuing to explode forward. Sanchez continuing to be elusive on the outside. Overhand right. There's the duck under again from Donald Sanchez. But Chris, those are big punches coming at him.
It's going to be interesting to see how the judges are scoring these fights. Are the guy who's putting on the pressure, or the guy who's out jabbing, keeping your opponent at bay?
Mill overhand right, misses from Smith, but again taking Sanchez off his striking line to round 4. Here we go. And Perez saying as such in that corner from Jeremy Smith. Round 4. Immediately to the jab. The 1-2. And the left hand getting through. Double jab from Donald Sanchez. Chris, there are these ultra subtle momentum swings back and forth. Clearly with the pressure is Jeremy Smith, but that is not the #1 metric. Under the unified rules of bare knuckle on the judging criteria, the #1 metric that the judges must consider before anything else is effective striking.
That's what they're supposed to do, Sean. That's not always what happens. That's what I mean. It's going to be very interesting to see how they are scoring these rounds.
Jab again, getting through. There's the right hand, double right hand, and a triple right hand from Jeremy Smith. Gets on the right hand to the body. So the reset for Sanchez. Sanchez again, twice now he's thrown that diversionary right-handed almost look-away punch. There's the big left hand.
And you have to understand the one thing. It looks like Donald Sanchez is turning to run him into times. What does that do when the judges ask?
High tight striking guard for Smith to do that. The duck under and the turnout from Sanchez.
However, like you said, you can look at the face of Jeremy Smith. Definitely the worst for the wear. However, it's that volume, that pressure is applying.
Lowering his stance in the center circle. Donald Sanchez forward again. There's the left hand. That right hand landed from Smith. 30 seconds remaining, round 4. Two outstanding fighters. We knew this would be a high-level fight. It's playing out as such. The left hand, there's the right hand, left hand again. Explosive sequence from Jeremy Smith. Chris, we're starting to see more combinations on the entries from Smith as this fight progresses.
Smith, like you said, his face is starting to be a little bit of a wreck, but I mean, he's landing good punches.
Right hand, left hand again. The bell, we move to the 5th final round. Great sporting touch of hands. Two sportsmen, two gentlemen, two outstanding pound-for-pound greats in BKFC. Jeremy Smith versus Donald Sanchez, 5th and final round. There's the right hand through from Smith, left hook to the body. And right hand, duck under again. To the inside, double under hooks from Sanchez, gets the separation from Sam Burgos. Good jab. Sanchez landing. Pulling up his left hand, right hand on the entry, Jeremy Smith. Smith again, you see that tick-tock, custom-auto-like head movement. Right hand, left hand, swing and a miss. But Chris, even when Smith is missing, he is almost always throughout this fight taking Donald Sanchez off of the striking line. The misses are having effect.
And you can see a lot more punches being landed by Donald Sanchez. However, mainly jabs and power punches are being landed by Smith. That's why it'll be very interesting to see how these judges are starting.
And right, just pulling it back mid-flight. With missing that, he tried to turn it over. Good pull back from Sanchez. 50 seconds remaining in this cruiserweight bout. Right hand. To the mid-range. Just trying to counter. Sanchez again to slip the right hand. There's the jab right back from Donald Sanchez. 35 seconds remaining in this fight. Right hand, left hand, left hand. Again on the right hand from Jeremy Smith. Counter on the right hand from Sanchez. Sanchez on the jab. Right hand from Donald Sanchez. Right hook to the body from Jeremy Smith. Left hook to the head from Jeremy Smith. Right hand getting through. Now 10 seconds through from Smith. Sanchez trying to roll through. Duck under, looking to counter. And back against the ring. Forward pressure from Jeremy Smith. On the right hand, left hand. Left hand. Sportingly, Smith pulls back the right hand as the bell sounds to end this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the decision, let's have a round of applause for these two warriors. This rematch has completed the scheduled 5 rounds, and our judges at ringside send in a split decision. Lorenzo Toledo, 48-47 in favor of Sanchez. Mark Streisand, 49-46 in favor of Smith. And Manuel Marquez, 48-47 to the winner by split decision. Jeremy Pitbull Smith!
To the light heavyweight division we go. Our tale of the tape is presented by Ball Boys for Sabah Homasi versus Leonardo Carrera.
Carrera with the 2-inch height advantage, 2-inch reach advantage. Both these guys are power punchers. This should be a great fight.
Michael De Jesus bringing both fighters up to scratch. Round number 1. White trunks for Sabah Homasi. White and blue trunks for Leonardo Carrera. Big overhand. Right, left hand into the inside. Heavy. And an underhook from Sabah Homasi. There to the outside. Homasi already cut outside of his right eye.
Not sure how that happened. Might have been a clash of heads. I didn't see a punch through.
They're trying to stay fluid on the outside. Stalking pressure. Big overhand right in the entry from Homasi. Homasi left hand. Carrera turning 360. Homasi coming in chest to chest. Heavy on the inside. Left hand. Big right hand from Sabah Homasi. Rear right uppercut from Carrera. Overhand right from Homasi.
Homasi's just winging shots at this point.
There's a duck under from Carrera. Carrera on both knees. Slip obviously so, correctly so from Michael De Jesus. Right back to it, right back to the inside. Double right hands in the clinch from Carrera.
Homasi's spending a lot of energy. He's got to be careful not to waste it.
60 seconds remaining, round number 1. We're at 185 pounds. A chancery position, nearly so from Leonardo Carrera. That gets the separation, the restart from De Jesus. Homasi relentlessly coming forward. From the mid-range to the inside, big right hands. The right knee of Homasi touched the canvas. We fight on from De Jesus.
Once again, if you spend all this energy, not throwing punches, pushing your guy around, the way Homasi is, if it goes past around, you might tire out. You got to be careful.
Homasi from the mid-range, off of the jab, bouncing almost theatrically against the ring ropes to reset Leonardo Carrera. Homasi getting to the inside. Getting late here in round number 1. Chest bump from Homasi. 15 seconds remaining in the opening round. Carrera trying to move, trying to be elusive on the outside. Relentless forward pressure here in round number 1 from Sabah Homasi. The battle, we move to round 2.
Once again, a lot of pressure, a lot of energy being spent by Homasi.
Fighters coming forward off the from scratch now, resetting, taking himself to the outside, Leonardo Carrera. Very active with that striking guard, active with the left hand and the right hand, Homasi.
That was much better for Homasi. He sat on his punches, he waited, he landed.
See the bouncing movement of Carrera. Stay active, diversionary. There's a left hand not getting through from Homasi. Right hand on the entry. If left hand again. Overhand right from Homasi into the clinch on the underhook. Nice trap from Carrera. Active clinch, there's the right hand. We'll see the patience of Michael De Jesus. That ends his patience. The reset. Knuckle up and right back to it.
That's not legal.
To the canvas goes Leonardo Carrera. Time called by De Jesus. No spinning strikes legal under the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting.
You can see Homasi throwing a big shot. Big left and he missed. He just continued to spin around with that right. Not legal.
He hit him with a back fist.
Leonardo Carrera will now have up to 5 minutes to recover. There's the first appearance of the night from the outstanding Chief Medical Officer of BKFC, Dr. Don Luke.
The fight's over.
This fight is over, and now this is going to get interesting for referee Michael De Jesus. Will he deem this intentional or unintentional on the spinning back fist from Homasi?
I'm not sure how you consider that unintentional. I mean, he clearly did it on purpose.
The only way, Chris, is that Homasi comes off balance. It's almost a flail that turns into a spinning back fist.
You can see throws a left hand, spins himself off balance, and then follows with the right. There he missed now.
I'm really sorry, bro.
I mean, that's pretty intentional. I'm not sure how you can say it.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to a illegal spinning back fist, this fight has come to an end at 1 minute, 6 seconds, round number 2. For your winner by way of disqualification, Leo Lionheart Carrera.
A key bout for you now in the women's strawweight division. The numbers presented by Rashad for Rosa Rodriguez versus Shelby Cannon.
You can see both fighters 5'2". Rodriguez does have a 3-inch reach advantage. She wants to use that to control the range because she knows Shelby Cannon's coming in with those hard overhand lefts.
Shelby Cannon told us, I will not be stationary in the clinch. Constant level changes, constant directional changes. Round number 1. White and blue trunks for Rosa Rodriguez. Gold trunks for Shelby Cannon. Rodriguez in ortho, Cannon in southpaw. In the overhand right for Cannon. Pull back from Rodriguez. Rodriguez is high and tight. You see the looser, more open guard for Shelby Cannon. Cannon on the entry. Looked like an accidental clash of heads. Neither fighter complains. We fight on. There's the underhook from Shelby Cannon. Separation from Sam Burgos. More pressure immediately on the separation from Rosa Rodriguez. Over to the left, swinging a miss from Cannon.
I do like the creativeness so far of Cannon. That jab right hook is very good.
Drops Rosa Rodriguez.
It was that step in left hand that she throws. We talked about it earlier. That's Cannon's best punch, and it landed.
Mandatory 8 count given to Rodriguez by Sam Burgos. Right back to it. Right back to the jab from southpaw goes Shelby Cannon. Cannon on the left hand. Rodriguez on the jab. Step in left again from Shelby Cannon on that rear left hand. Rodriguez hard to the body. This is exactly where Cannon wants to be, and it is where Rodriguez does not want to be, in the clinch. There's the jab from Rodriguez.
Oh, another good left hand by Cannon. She lays that so well.
It was a clean, open-chested left hand from Cannon.
Let it go. Step back. Step back.
Separation again from Sam Burgos, keeping this fight moving. 35 seconds remaining, round number 1. This is key. This is pivotal in the women's strawweight division. And now Rodriguez flurrying to the corner. On the turn, side headlock. That gets the separation for Burgos as it was snatched by Rosa Rodriguez. Rodriguez on the jab. Double left hand, right hand. Clipping left hand from Cannon. Rodriguez forwards. dropped here in round number 1 on the left hand from Shelby Cannon, but she has done some good things. Rosa Rodriguez off the canvas. Cannon has done some very good things as well. The bell. We move to round 2.
And I'm not sure. That might be the first time Rodriguez has tasted the canvas in her career. Not real sure, but definitely the first fight on BKFC.
Ada Velez, former IBF Women's Super Bantamweight boxing world champion in the corner of Rosa Rodriguez. Round 2. Immediately to the jab. See this circling out now, the jab from Rodriguez. Forward pressure from Shelby Cannon. And then back to the inside on the underhook, and the underhook turn. Hard left to the body, left to the head from Cannon.
Good job by Cannon, landing the body hard.
Cannon ferocious on the inside. Rodriguez trying to counter, half tie plum held by Shelby Cannon. Cannon left hand, right hand. Simple switch on the half tie plum, that single collar tie. Overhook defensively held by Rodriguez. There's the separation ordered by Sam Burgos on the restart. Big jab from Rodriguez. Right hand, left hook to the body. Overhand right from Cannon in reply.
Good body shot by Rodriguez.
Back to the inside. 1:15 remaining. Round number 2. Deep underhook held by Shelby Cannon.
Stay back,
Chris, we're seeing the offensive clinch of Cannon and reply the defensive clinch of Rodriguez to do this. Get space for Rosa Rodriguez.
Another good body shot for Rodriguez. The right hand that time.
Rodriguez adamant in our fighter meeting. She has definitely been training the clinch with Ada Velez. Her chief second, but she does not want to be stuck in the clinch. And that is exactly where Shelby Cannon wants to be, right here in the clinch.
Shelby Cannon, another straight left that landed beautifully.
The left hand from Cannon, that was clever. Now the overhook, back to the inside.
It's weird. You feel like everybody knows with Shelby Cannon, you got to watch out for that step in overhand left, but it still lands.
And double left hand from Shelby Cannon.
So you think you stopped it, you didn't get hit with the first one. The second one lands. You can't train for that. Not a lot of people throw that punch.
Rodriguez almost threw too early. Soft warning from Sam Burgos telling Rosa Rodriguez, overhand right. He just heard the 10-second clap. Final seconds, round number 2. Half-tie plum again, held by Cannon to the bell. Next stop, round 3. Give me service fees. Round 3.
Maybe that's, she feels like she has a better matchup against him.
The right hand. Drew off the mark from Cannon. Both fighters talking about pace, talking about range in their respective fighter meetings. So left hand, right hand, big left hand lands from Rosa Rodriguez.
You can see Rodriguez, she has a little bit more fire in her punches at this one.
To the inside comes Shelby Cannon.
Right. Stop. Let go. Step back. Let's go.
Chris, it's playing out not just as we thought, but as both fighters thought. On the inside, this is Cannon's fight.
Cannon was extremely excited about having a fighter who just come in and fight her and win them.
Long range and mid range, this is Rodriguez's fight. But largely through the opening 2 rounds, this has been an inside fight. On the left hand, right hand. Heavy on the head and neck. Smartly so goes Shelby Cannon. Over the neck, that gets through a separation from Burgos. 55 seconds remaining, round 3. Step in jab from Rodriguez. The jab to the body, entry left hand on the wide left hook from Cannon.
You just know that big left hand is coming every time. She does a great job of masking it, throws a few jabs, and then that left hand is coming.
These are 2 extremely talented, high-level fighters. And you see the philosophy playing out. Rodriguez really, with that boxing base, Shelby Cannon 10 and the MMA bouts with that more mixed martial arts approach to throwing. Wider, heavy for the entry to do this. Get to the inside. Half-tie plum from Shelby Cannon.
Stop. Let go. Step back.
Rodriguez with her back against the ropes. 15 seconds remaining, round 3. Rodriguez for the mid-range opening. There's the right hand. Cannon once more to the inside. Lands the overhand right now. The left hand to the bell. The push away from Shelby Cannon almost dismissively of Rosa Rodriguez as we go to round 4. Round 4 we go. Simultaneous jabs off from scratch from Rodriguez and Cannon. Then Rosa Rodriguez to the jab. That was Perez. Cannon on the clipping left hand circling out. left-hand right from Cannon. Switch stances, Rodriguez staying ortho. Cannon southpaw. Left-hand right hand, heavy on the entry, and again the half-tie plug from Shelby Cannon.
Cannon just all over her opponent, staying right in her range, right up close. That's where she wants to be.
There's the jab, stiff jab from Cannon, and the left-hand right back on the up jab from Rosa Rodriguez. Rodriguez right hook to the body, left hook to the head. There's the jab from Rosa Rodriguez. So effective when she steps in. So effective as that explosive entrance throughout this fight thus far from Shelby Cannon, Chris.
Absolutely. That's what she does her best. She gets inside, she lands that left hand, she pushes her opponent around.
Slight swelling under Cannon's right eye. 60 seconds remaining, round 4.
Once again, good step in left hand.
Stop. Let's go.
BKFC's women's 115-pound world champion Britain Hart watching front row ringside. Two elite 115-pounders, Rosa Rodriguez versus Shelby Cannon. Now 40 seconds remaining, round 4. One knockdown in this fight. And dropping Rodriguez with the left hand in the opening round. Heavy pressure again to the inside. The counters from Rodriguez. Chest to chest goes Shelby Cannon.
Good job for Shelby Cannon, moving her opponent, landing the body. Good job, you like that clinch.
Start ordered from Sam Burgers. Adjusting her mouthpiece. Full left hand. Turn the right hand from Rodriguez. Big left hand from Rosa Rodriguez.
Rodriguez did a good job of avoiding and spinning that land.
Chest to chest again for Shelby Cannon. We move to the 5th final round. All of knuckle up. Referee Sam Burgos starts the 5th and final round. There's the left hand, right hand, turning it again. Those open-chested punches and entries from Shelby Cannon have been so effective thus far in the fight.
There's that clinch. Rodriguez does a good job of moving her opponent and landing as well.
Rodriguez has been so effective when she's had time, she's had space, especially on those step-in jabs. And right now, no time, no space. There's the guillotine position from Cannon. That gets the separation from Burgos.
And look at all the punches landed for Cannon. 175 and 132, winning every round.
They're tight. No histrionics from Rosa Rodriguez. Right back to it. From the center circle.
I feel like Cannon's able to dictate where and when this fight happens.
Rodriguez to the body, Cannon to the body. Cannon now to the head. Dipping her head, Rosa Rodriguez, but she lands the left hand.
Stay back, let it go.
The right hand, left hand. Short left hand. And again, being heavy on the neck of Rosa Rodriguez. Big exhale from Rodriguez. 55 seconds remaining in this women's strawweight bout. Left hand, clicking left hand, and the right hand lands from Cannon after Rodriguez landed flush.
And once again, in Cannon's area, in her range, up close. This is not where Rodriguez wants to be. She's fight her opponent's fight.
Left hand, chest to chest once more.
Stop. Lady, step back.
So we saw it with Roberto Armas. Now we're seeing it with Cannon. We're able to get in and disrupt their opponent. Fight your fight. It has good results.
To the stretch drive we go. 20 seconds remaining, 5th and final round. Again to the inside, again to the half-tie plum goes Shelby Cannon. This is absolutely what Cannon has done her best work. On the inside, left hand, but Rodriguez flirting now. Cannon on the left hand, right hand, Rodriguez with her back against the ropes. To the inside, to the bell, and that is the end of an outstanding fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside send in a split decision. Our first judge scores the fight 48-46 in favor of Cannon. Our second judge 49-46 in favor of Rodriguez. And Manuel Marquez scores it 49-45 to the winner by split decision. Shelby Boom Boom Cannon!
To our feature fight we go. Our tale of the tape is presented by Alp Nicotine Pouches in the featherweight division. Bryan Duran versus Derek Perez.
Okay, Sean, Perez, 2 inches taller than Duran. That's it, though. Exact same reach, very similar from the tail of the tape, and let's fight.
Derek Perez, who had his 34th birthday 2 days ago, said, I know Bryan Duran wants space. I will frustrate him by continually taking away space. Round number 1. Good jab off from scratch to start this fight in the blue trunks. Derek Perez. Black and white. Tries to Bryan Duran with the right hand. Down goes Derek Perez.
And what an onslaught. That has to hurt Duran. I mean, that has to hurt Perez bad. He better be careful. I'm not going to let this go. He's hurt. He's hurt.
Yeah. This fight is over. And a lightning strike victory for Bryan Duran.
Duran just unloaded on his opponent. Man, that was ferocious. That was vicious. That was accurate. That was everything he said it was going to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn, steps in, calling a stop to this fight at 19 seconds. Round number 1. For your winner, by TKO, South Florida's Bare Knuckle Cash Cow, Bryan El Gallo Duran.
The numbers now for this, our co-main event of the evening, are presented by Forged Irish Stouts. In the heavyweight division, Leonardo Perdomo versus Rashad Coulter.
And there is a 1-inch height advantage for Coulter, but that's not what we're talking about. It's an 8-inch reach advantage, and he has to use that. Stay long, stay outside, not let Perdomo get in to land those bombs.
Rashad Coulter told us, I know Leonardo Perdomo has outstanding power, outstanding speed. I will negate both with my movement, with my angles. Round number 1, fast off the scratch to the surprise of no one, including Rashad Coulter, is Leonardo Perdomo. He's in the red trunks, and he drops Rashad Coulter with the right hand. Coulter taking the mandatory 8 count from referee Andrew Glenn. Coulter in the black trunks. The count continues. Up at 9 is Rashad Coulter. Wow, he was protesting, he knocked down, but then took a full 9 count.
He was more hurt than I thought. He's got to be careful.
Big right hand. Big swings from Perdomo. Coulter trying to work to the inside. Lead right uppercut. More big shots, another right uppercut. High tight striking guard from Coulter, but he is playing all defense. To the canvas goes Rashad Coulter. That is ruled as a slip by Andrew Glenn. Coulter is playing all defense. Cut on the bridge of his nose. Perdomo.
He's uppercut.
There's the right uppercut on the left hand, right hand. Knockdown number 2.
And just nothing but power shots. Those uppercuts are devastating. But shaking his head now. Hopefully he's not just trying to get the blood out of his eye. He's not getting out no way. Could be. It might be. It is, Sean.
This fight is over. Game, set, match. Leonardo Perdomo.
And Perdomo just had it in his whole time. You could just tell his mentality was, I'm getting this knockout. Nobody's stopping me. Just aggressive from beginning to end. Wow.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn, calls a stop to this fight at 1 minute, 7 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by KO and still undefeated, Leonardo El Zambo Perdomo.
The numbers presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink for this, our main event of the evening. For the BKFC Featherweight World Title, 2 undefeated fighters. The champion Kai Stewart versus the challenger Nico Goffy.
Okay, Sean, this is a big one. You can see a 4-inch height advantage for Kai Stewart and a 2.5-inch reach advantage. He wants to dictate exactly when and where this fight happens because Nico Goffy does a great job of exploding in, closing that distance, unloading powerful shots in fast combinations.
The champion Kai Stewart told us, I will negate the speed of Nico Goffy with my movement. I will never stand directly in front of him, and I will be very physical, very heavy throughout in the clinch. Our main event for the BKFC Featherweight World Title. The champion Kai Stewart versus the challenger Nico Goffy.
he gets. Makes it very difficult to land.
Purple trunks for the champion Kai Stewart. Black trunks for the Spanish challenger Nico Gaffie. To the inside, left hand from Gaffie.
Already a big shot. That hurt Kai.
For the entry, there's the right uppercut. Gaffie getting low. Guillotine position from Kai Stewart. Stewart listed at 5'8" to Gaffie's 5'5". Gaffie getting very low. There's the big left hand from Gaffie to the inside.
These overhand punches are landing. Kai's got to adjust. He's got to figure out where they're coming from. Throw some uppercuts.
You saw the S grip to exit the clinch from Nico Gaffie.
Kai's only got a cut over his left eye.
Right hand on the entry from Stewart. There's the left hand getting through from Nico Gaffie. Short rights to the body now from Stewart. The separation from Zambo's right back to it. Entry from Kai Stewart on the right hand. Stewart now chest to chest, and this, Chris, is exactly what Stewart wants to do.
And Kai Stewart, people talk about the way he fights. He's got a good chin, and he's had to show it tonight already.
Overhand left from Nico Gaffie.
And what Kai Stewart cannot do, he cannot let his opponent get inside and throw punches first. He's got to push the pace.
There's the entry again. More short right hands to the body from Kai Stewart. Punches of attrition. On the left hand, left hook just off the mark from Gaffie. Stewart switching stances. Overhand left from Gaffie, not there. Stewart again on the inside, head chancery position. There's a defensive clinch from Gaffie. The push away from Stewart. Getting laid here in round number 1. 20 seconds remaining in the opening round. Baseball bat grip up from Gaffie.
I like the straight left lead by Kai Stewart. And these are good ideas by Kai. He's going to wear his opponent out, getting him and trying to pick him up.
Almost a double leg position for Gaffie to exit that clinch. We're seeing Nico Gaffie using really smart defensive clinches to exit that clinch, and that is the end of round 1. As great as Kai Stewart's clinch is, we just saw some brilliant defensive clinching from Nico Gaffie. Clinching defensively, Chris. We saw the baseball bat grip, the S grip to exit the clinch.
But not only that, when they were inside, he threw some good overhands that landed against Kai Stewart. Kai's not used to that.
Round 2. Stewart switching stances again. You see now southpaw. Orthodox for the Spaniard Nico Gaffie. Stewart staying open-chested, looking for the entry. There's the double left hook. In and out with the movement. Stewart now switching ortho, looking for the entry. Gaffie switching southpaw to the inside. Gaffie turning 360 and a right hand lands from Kai Stewart. Mocking smile on the face of Gaffie as he took that right hand. Stewart now turning out. 20 remaining round number 2. To the clinch. And you see the short, hard right hands in the clinch to the body from Stewart. Again, lowering his stance. Stewart heavy to the inside. Double underhooks that time from Nico Gaffie.
You can tell Kai's going to get a little frustrated with the fact he's landing punches and they're stopping.
Keep it clean, you understand?
Soft warning given to Kai Stewart from Zambo. So stop punching when I say stop. Just a backhand flail from Gaffie. 50 seconds remaining round 2. Stewart looking for the right hand. Gaffie continuing to move his feet back and forth. Stewart moving his feet, looking for the clinch. Almost a face wash on the push away from Gaffie.
As Kai Stewart runs in, lunges in, and lands those punches, that's where he's doing his best work at this point.
Stewart is cut in his left brow.
Once again, I think Kai Stewart's doing a good job of not letting Nico decide when the fight happens. He's rushing, he's getting his first shots off, he's pushing his opponent around.
Again, you just saw the expert exit of the clinch from Nico Gaffie in the previous sequence. Double hooks to the baseball bat grip. Relentlessly, Kai Stewart comes forward, relentless on the left hand, right hand, Nico Gaffie. Stewart back to the inside, right hand from Gaffie. Stewart once more, holds the head chancery to the bell. We move to round 3.
You see the way Kai Stewart comes and jumps up. He had my favorite quote of the week. He says only 3 things that are guaranteed death taxes, and Kai Stewart will not gas out.
Round number 3. There's the left hand from Kai Stewart, right hand, a reply from Nico Gaffie. Stewart relentless to the inside. Gaffie turning his back to get the exit.
Once again, rushing in, landing one shot.
Left uppercut, left hook to the head. There's the left hook right back from Kai Stewart. Gaffie continues to show his remarkable hand speed. Stewart continues to show his remarkable foot speed. Stewart to the inside once more. Hands again to the body from Kai Stewart. There's the push away. Zambo's keeping our world title fight main event moving. Left to the body from Gaffie.
Just accurate punches by Gaffie.
Stewart once more in the clinch, right to the body. 65 seconds remaining, round 3. Gaffie just missing with the left hook. Gaffie switching stances, and Stewart continues to switch stances. Stewart left-handed entry. That was clever, open-chested. Gaffie on the left hook. Stewart to the inside. Punches that Elvin Brito's coined ice pick punches. Short lefts and rights to the head from the clinch, chest to chest. 40 seconds remaining, round 3. Stewart even more physical, Chris, here in round 3 on the inside than we saw from him in round 1 and 2. And there's the right hand in reply from Nico Gaffie. Stewart relentlessly to the inside. Second headlock from Nico Gaffie. That gets the separation from Zambo's. Shuffling his feet, Kai Stewart. Overhand left from Gaffie. Stewart again to the inside.
And Stewart doing a great job of pushing the pace. However, Gaffie landed with these powerful counters the entire fight.
This is a relentless pace being set and held from both men. Nearly going for a high crotch single was Nico Gaffie. The bell. Right hand lands on the sternum. Middle fingers back and forth. We move to round 4.
And this will be another interesting one to see. I mean, Kai Stewart pushing the pace the entire time. However, Gaffie landing powerful shots.
Zambo's waiting for the Gaffie corner to clear. Round 4. You see the cut. Stewart's left eyelid as we start round number 4 to the canvas. On an obvious throw goes Nico Gaffie. Ruled to slip correctly so from Zambo's right back to it. Right back to the forward pressure. Close the BKFC Featherweight World Champion Kai Stewart.
A good left hand landed by Kai Stewart in that exchange.
Gaffie angling. Stewart again, heavy to the inside. There's the turn once more from Gaffie. Chris, Gaffie's being really clever doing this. In the clinch, he is turning his back, and that's getting the automatic separation from Burgos.
Absolutely. Why trade in there? Just make sure you get that separation. That's exactly what he's been able to do.
There's the left hand that lands flush from Nico Gaffie, and the left hook right back in reply from Kai Stewart. Right hand from Kai Stewart.
Look at these numbers. I cannot believe how many more punches are being landed by Kai Stewart, but the powerful ones are being landed by Gaffie.
Stewart opening his chest. Switching southpaw, ortho, southpaw. Feet to the center circle. Bouncing in and out from the new range. Stewart lowering his head overhand right.
Kai Stewart really starting to land some more powerful shots in this round.
Deeper swelling in and around Kai Stewart's left eye. The inside again, rights to the body from Stewart. 40 seconds remaining, round 4. And the forward pressure from Stewart. You see the diversionary footwork, short right hand. Gaffie once more turning his back. Zambo's letting this play out. Huge left hands from Kai Stewart.
Like Gaffie had a hold of Kai's right hand, but he just let him hit him with his left.
Again, Stewart coming in. We're seeing Stewart much more physical on these entries in rounds 3 and 4 than we saw from him in rounds 1 and 2. 10-second clack acknowledges such by Zambo's. Very late here in round number 4. On the left hand, swing and a miss from Stewart. The bell, we move to the 5th final round.
I think that was a very good round for Kai Stewart. He had a lot of powerful shots, more so than he was able to do in the other rounds.
Kai Stewart told us, I am not focused on recording a knockout. I am focused on, quote, breaking Nico Gaffie. Gaffie, thus far, Chris, has certainly not broken despite a very physical fight from Kai Stewart. Here's Cyrus.
Just had a chance to talk to Nico Gaffie's corner. I asked him, what did they tell him? He says he has to keep doing like he did the first round. He has to use his power. He has to try to knock him out. That's the corner of Nico Gaffie.
Stewart open-chested, looking for the entry. He finds him a double right hands to the body from Nico Gaffie. Stewart right to the body. He's washed on the pushing away from the Spaniard Nico Gaffie. That gets the soft warning from referee Zambo's. Overhand left from Gaffie. Gaffie continuing to land, timing the forward pressure of Stewart, and undaunted. Stewart relentlessly coming forward. On cue, Stewart on the right hand.
to see Stewart's willing to trade at this point.
Stewart again looking for the right uppercut entry. See the head movement of Kai Stewart. These are two brilliant strikers in terms of creativity, in terms of timing.
And just the way Nico got him was so low.
That's the right hand.
Hard to deal with that. Hard to time.
He's circling out Stewart again to the inside.
That's why when he's crouched low, Kai Stewart's doing a good job of blasting in there. It's hard to land a punch, but that's why he's not landing a lot in that position, but he's still pushing the pace.
Right bolo punch. The idea was there. It did not land though from Kai Stewart. Right hook just off the mark from Nico Gaffie. 40 seconds remaining in our world title fight main event. That's a clear push down of Gaffie by Stewart. Ruled as he slipped by Sam Burgos and right back to it. He's circling out. Stewart, big left hand. There's the creativity we talked about.
Stop. Let him go.
Just an up jab over the chest of Stewart. Left hand, right hand, clipping left hand from Kai Stewart. Big right hand reply from Nico Gaffie. Left hand from Gaffie. Left hand from Stewart. Overhand left misses. And that is the end of our main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 championship rounds, here are the score totals from our judges at ringside. Our judges score the fight 49-46, 48-47, and 49-46 to the winner by way of unanimous decision. And still undefeated, undisputed BKFC World Featherweight Champion,
one of the best fighters on the BKFC roster, making Kai Stewart's successful title defense his 5th consecutive, that much more impressive. A strong round 1 for Nico Gaffie. Kai Stewart really turning this fight in round 3, much more physical on his clinches to the end. The winner by way of unanimous decision in our main event of the evening, Kai Stewart defeats Nico Gaffie.